Hi. Um, Short story writing tips and ideas. I know I said yesterday that we were going to go on to the commute. We kind of already looked at that, but I made a list in the meantime of all the things that you know that you do every day and they are part of your routine and it's not something strange that happens out of the ordinary. So, and we looked yesterday at appearance, so because of the hair thing and teeth and how, just your general appearance. We're going to go on to clothes in a moment, but just those two main things, the important things, your teeth. Things can go wrong with your hair, they can misbehave, not stay in place, even with, especially if it's my hair, even with all the gel in the world. And Your teeth, the spinach in the teeth, obviously sometimes they break and things. You need a dentist. There are stories there. Um, if you brainstorm, those are starting points. And then clothes. Clothes could be they're not ironed, or you find that the moths have been at them, or for some strange reason they're not as fragrant as they could be because I don't know something happened. But then there are other things such as you have an accident with food and tomato ketchup goes down, or it starts raining and you're drenched through and your clothes are uncomfortable. And how would these make for stories? Well, that would depend on how they make a problem for you. And you got to go to work and you're drenched, so you can't do your work efficiently, and or it's a job interview, and or you're on a hot date and it's your first date and you want to make a great impression, and or I don't know. Let's just invent a situation which is none of those things. Okay, so it's not a date. What would you be going out for? You go to the shops, okay. Just something as mundane as going. Everybody goes to the shops, not daily routine necessarily, but part of life's routine. So you're going to go to the shops, and you are going to the shops to buy washing powder because you're down to your last set of clothing, and then it turns out that your clothing doesn't fit because you've been indoors for a long time because of coronavirus and you've put on a little bit of weight. How are you going to resolve this problem? Well, if you've also got to go to the shops for food, you've got to do one of two things. You've either got to wait, or you've got to do a bit of a kind of a patchwork repair, as in maybe try and put something on which is not over fragrant but at least fits. Or, oh, right, you're not allowed easy solutions in your stories. So having your food, etc., delivered, that's not an option. You can't do that. You've got to go to the shops. So there's a problem. And I know that mine would be find something which is maybe not too stinky, and maybe try and fix it with bicarbonate of soda or something like that. Give it a quick rinse and then find a heat source. If that means putting on the central heating in the middle of summer, then so be it. If this thing has to be dry, it has to be dry. Not much of a story, but it's story material. And if you combine it with two or three other things going wrong in the day, then you have got a layered story, and that is the magic number three. So you need three incidents, just one. But you need an inciting incident, and then something else, and then a third thing go wrong also to get to a kind of straw that breaks the camel's back situation. We're approaching 4 minutes and 50 seconds now. I really want to get through what we can look at tomorrow. And in your home, the things that you have around you. Each room has objects in it which can go wrong. They can break. Um, they can become unusable. They can wear out. Um, and then there are things you take for granted in the room, such as power, electricity, gas. They can go on the blink, perhaps, and devices in those rooms as well, such as not just lights, but I don't know, clocks, the internet, your computer. You cannot find things such as a data stick or USB or thumb drive, whatever it is you refer to that as. You can lose data. All these things can be problems which can be developed into short stories, and these are things that are there all the time. And even things like clocks stopping because the batteries run out. You know, handles fall off pans in the kitchen, or you drop things on the floor. It could be food, it could be items that you would normally eat out of. These are all things which are everyday occurrences and therefore lend themselves not only to genre fiction but also to literary fiction as well. If you want to write stories about everyday occurrences, then you're absolutely surrounded by the material. Okay, I think your daily routine as it is and using it to write what you know, I think we've pretty much explored all that now. So we're going to, the next couple of things, talk about the things that are not so everyday occurrences and how they can be used for fiction. And then we're going to start looking a little bit wider at writing principles and how to craft stories and things. Okay. Thanks for watching, and if you find this useful and you think that other writers might find it useful, then you can help the algorithm and spread the word. Let Google and YouTube know that you found it by obviously liking it and subscribing and maybe asking to be notified when I put something up next. Okay, bye.